I know just how daunting it can feel to move into an entirely new area from helping some past clients of mine that have moved here from all over. It's a scary process, especially here in Sonoma County, because it is so different and diverse in each and every city. Some cities we have give you that total country feel with huge spaced out lots. Other cities are a little bit smaller. The houses are a little bit closer together. You're just rubbing elbows basically with your neighbor. And everything in between. I mean, Sonoma County offers you so many different things. Today's video, we're gonna be going over exactly that. Where to move when moving to Sonoma County. I'm gonna go over some of the top cities here, some of the most populated, some of the least populated, some of the more happening cities, and some of the cities that don't have a whole lot going on. We're gonna dive into it all today. Let's get after it. What's up, guys? My name is Danny M. Cronin. I'm a real estate agent here in beautiful Sonoma County with W Real Estate. If this is the first video of mine you are seeing, please consider subscribing. I drop a new video once a week, every week on Fridays, going over basically everything you need to know about Sonoma County. What to do, where to go, what to eat, what homes to buy, what city to buy in, pros and cons of every city and everything in between. I have really made it my mission to supply you guys as much value as possible and give you all the ins and outs of Sonoma County. So without further ado, let's get into today's video, where to move when moving to Sonoma County. The first city we're gonna start with is one of the more popular ones, and that is the city of Sonoma. That's right, we have a city named after Sonoma in the county of Sonoma. Initial thoughts when you're pulling in. If you're going east and west, like if you're coming from Santa Rosa and heading into Sonoma on Highway 12, your initial thoughts of Sonoma are, maybe this isn't such a great town. You know, it does look sort of run down when you're pulling in. There's a couple abandoned buildings here and there. There's fast food restaurants. The most amount of fast food restaurants I've ever seen in such a close proximity. There's like McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Taco Bell. Let's see what else. I know I'm missing a couple. All within the first like quarter mile once you head into Sonoma. Again, this is coming from Santa Rosa, so this is gonna be that east and west area. But like I said, when you're coming in from there, not a whole lot to see up front until you get to downtown. This is my favorite downtown. This place is absolutely off the charts. If you think the city of Santa Rosa has a good, happening, lively downtown, just wait until you experience Sonoma. There's everything you can do here. There's places to eat, there's bars to hang out, there's the cool sort of history of Sonoma and how Sonoma came about. The old barracks are here. Way back in the day, Sonoma was actually used to be an outpost for the army. So there was a lot of military guys that came here from overseas. A lot came from San Francisco, and they kind of made Sonoma home. They started building some pretty unique style homes here, and that's another topic we're gonna jump into here in just a moment. But back to downtown, this place is happening. If you need something to do on a Saturday morning, you're a single guy, single girl, a person with a family, I think Sonoma is really gonna stand out to you just because of downtown. Walk the dog, take the kiddos out, go get some gelato downtown. So many different things to do. Now, venturing out of downtown a bit, you know, when people think Sonoma, I think initially a lot of people think, you know, it's a ritzy area, there's a lot of money there, it's expensive. Yes, it is expensive. The median home price here in Sonoma is $1.3 million. Now that is on the higher end of things, of cities inside of Sonoma County. And a lot of people also think Sonoma, they automatically combine Sonoma with Napa because Napa is so close to Sonoma. So if you're coming from a different area, like if you're coming in from Napa, you're gonna have a totally different perception other than the one I was just talking about when it's kind of run down if you're coming from Santa Rosa. It's nothing but rolling hills of vineyards, beautiful architecture everywhere, craftsman style, colonial style, farmhouses, Victorian homes everywhere. It just looks like this is a place where castles need to be, because it's just such an amazing place if you're coming in from Napa or any of the other cities. So Sonoma actually produces 5 to 7 tons of grapes each year. That is a lot of grapes. This is kind of where we get the name Wine Country, Sonoma County. That all pretty much stems from the city of Sonoma. Now, overall for me, Sonoma does have a good vibe. It's got like that young, lively kind of downtown feel, but also like on the outskirts. You know, there isn't a whole lot to do other than that downtown spot, but Sonoma's pretty big. So, you know, it could be a while if you live in the hills of Sonoma. Not a whole lot to do there, but overall, I would say Sonoma's a cool place to be, you know, especially if you can live close to downtown. Again, it is expensive, so that's something to consider. All right, so this list is in no particular order whatsoever. Now, from Sonoma, we're gonna jump all the way over to Windsor. Now, Windsor, California, one of my favorite cities. I would say probably city number 2 of my all-time favorites in Sonoma County. Windsor, the second I see or think of Windsor, the first 2 words that come to my mind are new and clean. Windsor's downtown area is awesome. It has nothing on Sonoma's, but it is cool. There's a lot to do down there. Again, super clean, newer style buildings over there. And I think if someone has a young family or maybe an already established family, you know, the kiddos are in high school and stuff like that, I think Windsor is a place you absolutely need to consider. I know for me personally, again, I was born and raised here in Santa Rosa, and my wife and I just recently had our son, and we were considering making a move to Windsor just because the school district is absolutely awesome. Windsor High School, you hear nothing but great things about it all the time. Again, the campus is giant and super clean. So Windsor for me is a place I would strongly consider if you have a family or you're thinking about having a family and want to start, you know, the home ownership process. I would definitely check Windsor out. Again, my wife and I almost bought a house here. We were looking for quite some time. We ended up pulling the trigger in Santa Rosa and bought a house in Lomita Heights, which is just a great place to be. We'll get into that neighborhood a little bit later on in this video, but Windsor for me is great. Again, family scene. I would say one flaw to Windsor I noticed personally when I was looking into buying a home here. Homes are kind of close together. Now, obviously, it's not like that in every single subdivision, but for whatever reason, all the subdivisions that interest us and we wanted to go out and take a look at the home, it just felt like the neighbors were just looking right into the backyard, which for us isn't something we necessarily wanted. We always wanted to try to avoid that. I know in some cities that is hard, but Windsor, for some reason, I just don't know what it is. I know on the outskirts of Windsor, you know, closer to like the golf course area over there, it kind of opens up a little bit more. But inside of the city of Windsor, since it isn't the biggest city in Sonoma County, it did feel a little small and stuffy to me, so that's, you know, something to consider. Things to do in Windsor, again, going back to the downtown area, they do have their Thursday night market, which is awesome. It's basically a giant farmer's market. Not only do they have that on Thursdays, but they also have tons of free events throughout the year. Movie nights, concerts. It's called the Town Green. That's where most of these events happen, downtown Windsor. Again, surrounded by bars, restaurants, a cool spot to hang out. There's a huge park there if you have kids. Again, considering kids, consider Windsor for its family-friendly feel. You're into exercise. Maybe you have dogs. Windsor's awesome because they have something called Riverfront Regional Park. It's basically a giant park of walking trails. There's 3 or 4 huge lakes inside of there. A great place. I just took the kiddo and the dog there last weekend. Cool place to hang out, get out of the house for a little bit, go walk around, experience some trails. If you're a fisherman like I was pre-marriage and child, it's a cool place to hang out and fish. They got some awesome bass in there. I remember when I was younger, my friends and I, we would always If you're still here with me watching this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It helps me so much. Also consider subscribing. You will be notified next time I drop a video. Thank you. Drag this stupid boat into the little lake and go fish. I remember it had holes in it. We had like a Gatorade bottle inside the boat that was cut in half so we can scoop the water out and throw it out as we were going, because, you know, we were young, didn't have any money. We just wanted to go out, fish, and have a good time. Riverfront is definitely a place you can do so. So the median home price for Windsor is $740,000 as of June 2021, the time I'm making this video. This kind of surprised me. I was guessing before I looked up the actual number because, you know, it fluctuates every single month and or day. I was thinking somewhere around the $850 mark, but I was kind of surprised. $740,000 for the median home price, Windsor, California. So the next city on the list, completely different from the one we were just talking about in Windsor, California. This is going to be Cloverdale, California. Now, this place is probably one of the smallest cities that Sonoma County has to offer. And it only has around 8,700 people that live here. So Cloverdale is extremely small. Initial thoughts driving into Cloverdale, it's got that country vibe to it. This is definitely isn't the place for someone who is looking for nightlife, you know, fun things to do at night, after hours, things that stay open super late. Cloverdale isn't the spot for you. This is more so a place where people go because A, it's affordable. It's you know, one of the highest cities up north that is still in Sonoma County. And it's just got that country vibe, man. There's just not a whole lot else to say. On a plus side though, they do have some homes here with giant lots. Land here is super affordable. You know, Cloverdale's median home price is closer to $700,000. I'd say for anyone who is looking for home ownership, who does not mind being so far away from, you know, the bigger cities like Windsor, Rohnert Park, Santa Rosa, who just, you know, likes being away from these kind of things and isn't a partier, isn't someone who really wants to entertain any of those things. I would say Cloverdale is probably a spot you want to take a look at. Again, affordable, big lots, big homes. I actually have a listing in Cloverdale at the moment. Definitely unique from the average style home you see in Cloverdale. This is a giant Victorian style home at the end of a very small cul-de-sac in a neighborhood of only about, you know, $400,000 and $500,000 homes. So it is unique, but this home is amazing. This is an older community. So, you know, pulling in initially, you do get that small town vibe. I think there's only like 2 or 3 restaurants, right, when you pull in, and then the rest is just kind of the city, dirt. You know, there's a lot of hills, a lot of dirt. Huge, big main street is a nice, wide, long road. But on the plus side of Cloverdale, they do actually have an event that happens here. It's called the Citrus County Fair. Happens every single August. And it's a cool place to be during that time because they have a car show, they have like a motorcycle show, they have local vendors selling local art, they have local restaurants there from all over Sonoma County. I believe there's even like a little parade, like people make floats and you kind of parade around the town for a little bit. Cool time. I know back in the day, my friend and I rode our Harleys up from Santa Rosa all the way up to Cloverdale. One thing to keep in mind though about Cloverdale, it gets extremely hot here. I don't know what it is, maybe because it's so flat up here, it gets very, very, very hot. It's not uncommon to see, you know, 100-degree days, multiple days a year. So if the heat is something that you are not excited about, I think you should check Cloverdale right off the list because it gets very hot and humid here. So headed back down south from Cloverdale, we have where I am born and raised, and that is the city of Santa Rosa. This is a large city. There's about 180,000 people that reside here, and you know, you can just about get every single style of living in Santa Rosa. Small town neighborhoods, larger neighborhoods, expensive neighborhoods, more affordable neighborhoods. Santa Rosa's downtown has gone through a tremendous amount of growth over the last couple of years. I remember when I was younger, that went back in the days that they had Windsor Night Market every single week, which they do now currently, but COVID, so that one's all shut down for this year. The downtown wasn't so lively. They actually redid the Courtyard Square just a few years ago, and it kind of opened it up and made it more friendly and more inviting for people to come in and hang out. I know they host tons of events there now that we're kind of on the backside of COVID. I think we're going to start to see a lot more events happening downtown Santa Rosa. So I'm hoping it opens up a little bit and we can get downtown alive and well again. So a couple neighborhoods, if you're interested in seeing neighborhood vlog tours about Santa Rosa, I will link to them below. I've done a vlog tour for just about every single neighborhood in Santa Rosa, from Proctor Terrace all the way over to the northwest side of Santa Rosa. That was actually the neighborhood that I was born in. But Santa Rosa overall is cool. It kind of accommodates for any type of person you may be. If you're someone who's looking for some fun things to do after hours, downtown Santa Rosa gets crazy. Stout Brothers, I know for sure, is one of those bars where you can just go hang out, spend hours and hours. Sometimes they even have lines there because so many people want to get in. So if that's more of your speed, Santa Rosa can fit it. If you're a family person like myself now, Santa Rosa is also great. We host tons of events in the summertime. They have Peggy Sue's car show, Juilliard Park events, movie nights. We have Snoopy's Home Ice here, which is just a great thing to do. I cannot wait until I can bring my son to the ice arena. I was born and raised basically playing hockey. I started playing at age 6. I played at Snoopy's Home Ice my whole life. Started skating at 4, started playing competitive hockey at age 6, and just a sport that is so close to my heart, and I cannot wait to bring my little guy there. Not only was it always fun playing hockey, but it was also, I remember in high school, for whatever reason, I started getting all of my friends to spend days, especially in the summertime, at the ice arena. It's just such a good time. There's just something about, that atmosphere of the ice arena, being next to close friends. You got the warm puppy right there. You get yourself a hot chocolate, get yourself a hot dog, relax, hang out, and enjoy some time at Snoopy's Home Ice. One negative about Santa Rosa I have to mention, because it is public information, and this is a question I get all the time. No steering here, just simply talking facts. There is a homeless problem here. I think we can all admit that. Residents here of Santa Rosa, for me personally, I have seen that number spike, over the last couple of years. It's sad to see. I really don't know what's going on with it, but I do notice that there is a lot more homeless activity in the last couple of years than what I've ever seen from being a little kid growing up here. So that is a con, that is something that it causes concern for people with young families, especially depending on where you live. I know it's a huge talking point here in Santa Rosa. You can't really mingle with any of the neighbors without someone bringing it up. Again, though, Santa Rosa is very, very large. You're probably hearing my French Bulldog run over and see what I'm doing over here. Santa Rosa is very large, so you can get away from it depending on the neighborhood you live in. Like for me personally, I live in Lomita Heights, and that's a neighborhood just below Fountain Grove and just above the Santa Rosa Junior College neighborhood. So we're kind of nestled in between two neighborhoods up in the hills. All the houses up here have amazing views. We have a huge balcony. We can basically see all of Santa Rosa. So, we don't really get that activity up here, but, again, something to consider if you're thinking about making a move to Santa Rosa. So moving on south from Santa Rosa, the next city I want to touch on is the city of Rohnert Park. I don't know if you can see my little French Bulldog over there, but that is Chloe. She is enjoying soaking up the sun right now, so just don't mind her. Let her be. Anyways, Rohnert Park. Now, this is, again, another smaller city in Sonoma County. Definitely has nothing on Santa Rosa when it comes to size. But overall, I like Rohnert Park. Rohnert Park has been a huge talking point over the last couple of years. I think over the how long has the casino been here now? 5, 6, 7 years, somewhere around there. The casino came to town. People seem to love it now that it's here, but I know initially there was a lot of pushback on it. I think people were protesting against it. So there's been some growth in Rohnert Park. The casino is one of those things. They are developing to actually have a downtown, because right now there isn't really a downtown portion of Rohnert Park. They do have SSU, which kind of acts as the center point of Rohnert Park, but there is no downtown currently. So that is what they're working on. I know they were right in the middle of a giant project right before COVID hit. And so last time I checked, they were going to hopefully go back to building towards the end of 2021. Homes are all different. There's a lot of new development. I know the K section recently has been fully redeveloped. So in Rohnert Park, it is an older neighborhood, so they started in what they call A section, and they kind of moved B, C, all the way through the alphabet there, and every single one of those neighborhoods, so if you live in A section, every single street starts with an A. B section, every single street starts with a B, and in just about every section there is a park. And a fairly good sized park too. I know my friend lived in M section, so I spent a lot of time there, and he lived basically in just walking steps to the park. So we were able to walk over to the park, play some hockey again. He was a kid I played hockey with, so we got to do that a lot and hang out. They have a great school district here. It's called Rancho Cotati. The school district is awesome. They have a ton of different things to do in Rohnert Park. I know they have some great restaurants, Mexican food. Definitely need to check out El Rancho Taqueria, one of my favorite go-tos when it comes to Mexican food in Rohnert Park. That place is awesome. Another great place to head to is Bear Republic. This is a local brewery here in Rohnert Park. I steer a lot of people there just because I love it, and not only do I like it for its food and drinks, but it just has a good vibe. It's got a perfect little spot you can sit at outside, enjoy your beer. During the summertime, they drag the cornhole games out there. You can play cornhole for hours. It's right on like a little tiny lake, so you can just hang out, let the kiddos run around, have some fun, drink some great beer, and it's just a fun spot to be. I would say a con to Rohnert Park is a lot of the homes are on not very big lots, so they're kind of all house. If you're looking for a place with acreage, maybe you have wildlife, and maybe that's something that you're passionate about, and you need a place to store these animals, I would consider Cloverdale. Definitely not Rohnert Park. Rohnert Park does have a tendency to have smaller lots on most of the homes in certain sections. So for me, that is a downside. I like a little bit more room, but again, for you, maybe that's something that you don't care about too much and wouldn't be a hindering factor for you. But again, Rohnert Park, I can't say enough good things about it. I really like it. Super close to Santa Rosa, which is one of the bigger cities here in Sonoma County. So if you need to head over that way for any reason, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump down the freeway. So Rohnert Park, great place to be. And that is just about going to wrap this video up, guys. If you have any questions at all about any of these areas, any areas I didn't include, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm going to put my number here, and as always, it is at the bottom in the description. YouTube did change up things a little bit over here, so it does look a little different where the comments are and the description box, but right under here, you'll see my name in the video title. There's a little arrow. Hit that arrow. It's gonna drop down this big box. That's where all my contact info is. Please feel free to reach out for any reason if you're thinking about buying, if you're thinking about selling, Sonoma County, Napa County, Marin County, wherever, I am your guy. And if you wanna see more videos just like this, please subscribe. The subscriptions really help me out a lot. Give it a big thumbs up. It doesn't take you too long to do so. Again, I drop a video once a week, every single Friday, so please stick around for that. And that's gonna do it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.